Hey Gen Z, I'm John, and this is my podcast, Gen Z Democracy, where I discuss current events, my political views, and how the wealthy is rigging this economy against us. Now, today's going to be a little different. Today, I'm not going to be focusing on current events. I'm going to tell you how the wealthy is rigging this whole economic system. So, let's start with the basics. Wealth inequality is far larger than income inequality. So, wealth is basically the sum total of all of your assets, your car, house, stocks, stuff like that. So how do you get wealth? You get it by either paying for it or being born into it. That's the problem. Most wealth nowadays is acquired by being born into it or acquired because they were born into it. So if you look at most of these billionaires, they were all born into wealth. So to prove my point, let's look at this graph. From the World Economic Forum. So this graph shows what percent of children in the U.S. made more than their parents by age 30. And as you can see, in 1946, it was about at 92%. And now let's go over to the 1980, drops down to 50%. That's 40% of children is now not making, or 50% of total children are now not making more than their parents. That's pretty sad. It's been pretty stagnant since then. So now let's take a look at this set of data. This one's by the Federal Reserve, so can't really argue with this source. As you can see, the top 0.1%, only 130,000 households have collectively $22.13 trillion. That's almost enough to give us all free and universal health care. Let's look next, from 99 to 99.9%. So just 0.9% have collectively $27.1 trillion. That's ridiculous. That's enough to give us free healthcare plus some. Now let's look at from 90% to 99%, so only a small 9%, collectively own $58.33 trillion. That's enough to completely cover our debt and give us free healthcare. That's ridiculous. So from 50% to 90% have $48.42 trillion. So that's like upper middle class to rich. So now let's look down at the bottom 50%. Drum roll, please. They have $3.89 trillion collectively. That's ridiculous. That proves that the middle class is slowly dying. The top of the middle class, right? The upper middle class has a ridiculous amount more than the bottom middle class. Because this bottom 50%, the top of that 50% is still middle class. The middle class is splitting. This is not good. So, there's a way to fix it. And it's by voting Democrat. Now, I know what you all say. Democrats are all about money. That's all they care about. And yes, that's how we used to be. And that's how some of the old ones, like Nancy Pelosi, are still like that. But if we all collectively vote them out and we all vote the right people in, we can vote in young progressives that are actually going to fight for changes like free healthcare, strong gun laws, strong antitrust laws, lower housing prices, and much more. While the Republican Party is extremely corrupt on all sides. So you shouldn't vote for the Republican Party either way if you're a lower class American. You know what? If you're a rich American and you feel like the Republican Party benefits you, go ahead and vote for him. Because you know what? If everyone voted based on what they need, Trump wouldn't be in office right now. So, thank you for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe for more content like this. If you really enjoyed me, please check out the rest of my YouTube page. See you next time.